In the beginning, before mountains stood, before light pierced the void, before man drew breath, there was depth. The Hebrew text of Genesis opens not with calm order, but with tension. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. The word is tehom. Tehom does not mean a small body of water. It does not mean a lake. It does not mean an ocean, as we understand it. It means the deep, the primal, unfathomable, abyssal waters. Ancient Near Eastern cultures described chaotic primordial waters as the birthplace of disorder. But in Genesis, something radical happens. The Spirit of God hovers over the deep, not fighting it, not born from it, hovering over it, authority above chaos. The abyss is not God's equal. It is beneath him, but it is there. And it does not disappear. In ancient Hebrew cosmology, the world was structured in three realms: the heavens, the earth, and the deep below. The abyss is not merely water. It is cosmic depth. When the flood narrative unfolds in Genesis 7, we read, "All the fountains of the great deep were broken up." Not rain alone. The deep burst upward. Something below the earth was restrained, until it wasn't. The abyss is portrayed as a source of judgment, a place of confinement, and a boundary God sets. In Hebrew thought, the deep is closely associated with Sheol, the realm of the dead. But later revelation sharpens the picture. We move forward to the Gospels. In Gospel of Luke 8, when Jesus confronts the legion of demons, something astonishing happens. They beg him not to destroy them, not to torture them. But this, do not send us into the abyss. The Greek word abyssos. Abyssos means bottomless, immeasurable depth. The demons fear it. This is critical. Demons operate freely on earth, yet they dread the abyss, which means the abyss is a place of imprisonment. It is not symbolic. It is a location in the spiritual geography of Scripture. Authority is required to send someone there. Jesus possesses that authority, and the demons know it. The Apostle Peter writes in 2 Peter, "God did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them into Tartarus." And Jude echoes this in Epistle of Jude. Angels who did not keep their proper domain are kept in chains under darkness. Chains, darkness, awaiting judgment. These are not ordinary demons. These are imprisoned beings. Many theologians connect this to Genesis 6, the Watchers, the corruption before the flood. If so, then the abyss is a holding cell for catastrophic rebellion. It is not hell. It is not the lake of fire. It is temporary confinement before final judgment. Now we turn to Revelation 9. A star falls from heaven. But it is not a literal star. The text says, "To him was given the key to the bottomless pit." The abyss is locked. It requires a key. It has a shaft. When opened, smoke rises like a furnace. And from the smoke come beings described as locusts, but not like any locust known to biology. This is a release event. Something restrained is unleashed. Notice the pattern. Genesis, the deep restrained. Luke, demons fear being sent there. Peter and Jude, angels imprisoned there. Revelation, the prison opens. The abyss is a containment chamber in spiritual reality. And in Revelation, it is temporarily opened as judgment upon the earth. In Revelation 11 and 17, we read, "The beast that ascends from the abyss." The beast does not originate from political systems. He rises from the abyss. This implies the final world ruler is empowered by, or connected to, a being from this prison. This is not merely geopolitics. It is spiritual release. The abyss becomes the launching point for final rebellion. In Revelation 20, an angel descends from heaven. He has the key to the abyss and a great chain. And he binds the dragon, Satan, and throws him into the abyss for 1,000 years. The abyss is strong enough to hold him, sealed, locked, until the appointed time. Again, not the lake of fire. Temporary confinement before final judgment. The abyss is judicial. structured, governed. It is not chaos out of control. It is chaos under authority. In Mesopotamian mythology, Tiamat represents chaotic waters. But Genesis demythologizes chaos. The deep is not divine. It is created. In Second Temple literature, like 1 Enoch, non-canonical but influential, rebellious angels are bound in subterranean darkness. This worldview shaped Jewish thought in the time of Jesus, which explains why demons fear the abyss. They understand its function. It is a cosmic detention center. The abyss is not the lake of fire, Gehenna, Sheol in its entirety, or symbolic psychological darkness. It is a real spiritual prison, a place of restraint, a holding chamber for catastrophic rebellion, and a release point in prophetic fulfillment. It functions in the timeline of judgment. The abyss reveals something profound. God restrains evil. Rebellion is not unbounded. There are forces imprisoned right now. If revelation is future, then something is still locked. And one day it will be opened, but only when permitted. Nothing escapes prematurely. Even chaos has a timetable. Notice the pattern from Genesis to Revelation. 1. The deep beneath creation. 2. Rebellion before the flood. 3. Imprisonment of angels. 4. Demons fearing return. 5. End times release. 6. Final confinement of Satan. 7. Ultimate judgment in the lake of fire. The abyss is part of the judicial architecture of God. It is not myth. It is not metaphor alone. It is part of the unseen structure of reality. In Revelation 20, after the 1,000 years, Satan is released, then defeated, then thrown into the lake of fire forever. The abyss was temporary. Judgment is final. The deep that once symbolized chaos becomes a reminder. Nothing opposes God without consequence. Somewhere beneath the structure of creation, not beneath soil, but beneath the fabric of spiritual geography, there is a prison. It is locked. It has a key. It has been opened before. It will be opened again. The abyss is not merely depth. It is containment. It is the shadow beneath rebellion. It is the holding place for powers that once tried to corrupt heaven and earth. And above it all, hovering as in Genesis, is the Spirit of God, authority over the deep. The abyss exists, but it is not ultimate. Only one is.